Okay. So, for those of you that are not familiar with the pro-choice movement, there are different silos. And you're like, what is reproductive justice? You know, where did that all come from? Is reproductive rights, and that focuses on the legal aspect. There is reproductive health, and that focuses on the healthcare aspect. And then there is reproductive justice, and that focuses on the justice aspect. I think we have a question. Go ahead, caller.
Hi, thanks for taking my call. How, if I knew somebody who would benefit from the Chicago Fund, what's the best way? Should I give them the info and then suggest they call a certain person, or should I just have them call you or email you directly and try to go from there on how to find out how you guys were able to help?
Thank you. Thank you for that question, caller. And you can refer them to us directly at our phone number, 312-663-0338. They can also email me directly at Gaylon, Gaylon, at ChicagoAbortionFund.com. Or, just call the office and talk to us. The hotline opens up every Tuesday about 4 o'clock, and it stays open until all the funding is depleted for the week. And so we have a certain amount of money that we distribute every week, and then after that is depleted, then we don't open the line anymore until the following Tuesday. And the reason we do that is because it doesn't make sense for us to pick up the phone to tell a woman that we have no more money. And so we'll have a detailed voice message on there that will explain the process and some other funds that she can reach out to that could possibly help her. So those are the best ways to sort of reach out, either via phone or via email. And thank you for that question. So I was talking about the different silos from reproductive rights, reproductive health, and reproductive justice. And everyone is moving in their own direction. Everyone has their own agenda. And I think, personally, I think that's one of the reasons why there's a lot of division in the movements, and why why we can't move forward in a lot of ways in the movement, because we have not come together to have this this concentrated effort of what we're working towards. Some organizations are specifically working on, keeping abortion legal. But, and understand that even though abortion is legal, for example, the Hyde Amendment, which was passed in 1975, strictly prohibits women on Medicaid from paying for their procedures with their medical card, except in the cases of rape or incest. And, poor women, if this is their health insurance, they should be able to access that, use that. And so for 35 years, the Hyde Amendment has been in existence, and poor women have been basically thrown under the bus by the movement, because there is no concentrated effort to work towards repealing the Hyde Amendment. There are grassroots organizations across the country that, small grassroots organizations that are working towards that. But the larger pro-choice movement is not working towards that goal. It is always a conversation about keeping abortion legal. And, that's unfortunate, because, that is only one piece of a woman's life. It doesn't encompass everything. And so that's why the reproductive justice framework is extremely important, because it doesn't just narrowly focus on that one issue. It encompasses everything. And the decisions about, why a woman would even make that decision in the first place. And so it's really, really important to understand. I am going to shoot the overhead one more time, or maybe 2 more times. If you need any assistance, or you know of anyone that needs any assistance, please feel free to contact us. Here's the overhead. So, I've gotten questions before about, you know, so what about reproductive justice, or, you know, people having, mixed feelings about that, or they don't understand what that means. And what we have to understand, in society, women and girls have been oppressed. Women and girls' bodies have been violated. They are controlled by government, by entities. I think we have a caller. Okay, go ahead, caller.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
I was just calling to find out how I might be able to donate my time publicly speaking, sort of as you are right now, about the cause.
Thank you for the call. If you want to volunteer or make donations, you can call us directly at Chicago Abortion Fund, 312-663-0338. Once again, that's 312-663-0338. And so what I was saying was that the women and girls' bodies have been exploited and controlled all throughout history. And women and girls have not had full autonomy over the bodies that they live in, which is an injustice. And so we need to work towards changing that. This is going to be the best way. It's not going to just be, keeping abortion legal. It is going to be having a framework where women and girls are supported in all the decisions of their life. And like I said from the very beginning, not just, to have an abortion, but also the right to have children, and also the right to parent the children that they already have in healthy and safe environments. And that is a human right for women and girls to be able to do that. We take those things for granted. A story of a young woman who says that she, doesn't go and get health care because the community clinic in her neighborhood is next to a gas station, and guys hang outside the gas stations. And so she feels unsafe going there. And so why would she go back for her appointments, or why would she even utilize that? So those are little things that we take for granted. I can go over to Northwestern. I don't depend on a community health center, but a lot of women do. And so, if they feel unsafe, then that's going to impact their health. And those are injustices. And it's just the little things. Like I said from the very beginning, even having neighborhood grocery stores in their areas. A lot of people live in foods. They have to travel a long distance, or, they have to utilize corner stores that don't have the healthy fruits and vegetables that are needed to have a healthy family and feed a family the way a family is supposed to be fed. So all these things are conditions that impacts a woman's decisions on the decisions that, the decisions she makes for me. And we really need to take those things into consideration. Someone also said, we had someone say that, birth control is free, why don't women take birth control and instead of getting pregnant? And one of the things that I said to that was, does a woman have, a full range of safe and affordable birth methods to choose from? If she's going to a health clinic, she can't just choose whatever birth control that she wants. Things are targeted and marketed towards poor women. And so if she is allergic, or maybe certain pill dosage doesn't fit her body right, then, if she's sick of it, she may not even go back if she's disrespected and so forth. So, those are things that we have to keep in mind that we don't even think about, but it impacts a woman's health and her family. And we need to really do some serious, thinking about that. Those injustices have to be dealt with. in a way that is respectful, and also, acknowledged. So I'm going to shoot the overhead one more time for you before we close out in a few minutes, and feel free to contact us at any of that information. So, the other thing that I wanted to sort of bring up, if you are interested in finding out more information about reproductive justice and that framework, that was developed by SisterSong, and then it was added to by the Asian communities for reproductive justice, and it's a lot of information out there. You can Google reproductive justice. You can also look up SisterSong, who's done a lot of amazing work. They're based in Atlanta, and they've done a lot of amazing work around that, organizing around a lot of different issues, including most recently the anti-choice billboards that have been spreading across the country, including being here in Chicago last April. And so they do work. You can definitely Google them. You can also look under Asian Communities for Reproductive Justice, who in 2005 added additional language to the reproductive justice framework. And so feel free to look that up. I always tell people to do your own research. Don't always take everything that someone says at face value. Do your own research. The research is out there. I want to thank you for tuning in, and one of our regular hosts, Brittany, will hopefully be back next month. She's in labor now. We're sending out a big shout out to Brittany for a nice, healthy, and happy birth. And we will be back next month, the last Wednesday of the month at 8 o'clock here on CAN TV. And if you do not have cable, you can look at it live at www.cantv.org/live. Good night and have a good evening. Bye-bye.